Hello everyone, today we are going to have a review of subject-verb agreement rules. This could be used for your... Okay, now let us remember that we have a basic rule in subject-verb agreement, and that is a singular subject always takes a singular verb, specifically verbs which are in the S form of the verb. Okay, that is for singular. Okay, like she, Jamie, the dog, and so on. But of course, we have some exceptions like I, so it's not in the S form of the verb, but you have it in the present tense of the verb or base form of the verb, like I am or I go, or and like you go, you are. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, now let's start. I have here some sentences. Now you have 3 counts to answer and choose between the 2 verbs I have given. After that, the answer will be given. Okay, let's start. The tree looks at God all day. The tree looks at God all day. What will be your answer? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope your answer is looks. The tree looks at God all day. Since the tree here is a singular subject, hence you have the singular verb, which is looks. You will have the verb look if your subject is trees. Okay, let's resume. She pray or prays every day. She pray or prays every day. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is prays. She prays every day. What about this one? He thinks or thinks that he can do it. He thinks or thinks that he can do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, your answer must be thinks. Again, we have a singular subject, so you have the S form of the verb here, which is of course in the present tense of the verb. Next, they definitely trust or trusts him. They definitely trust or trusts him. 1, 2, 3. The answer is trust. This time we have a plural subject, which is they. Hence, you do not take the S form of the verb, but you take the base form of the verb, which is trust. Okay. All right, now we have here an exception. We have mentioned that we take a singular verb if we have a singular subject. But this time we have a singular subject, which is I. Are we still going to use the S form of the verb in the present tense? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. The answer is trust. I definitely trust him. Just like we have mentioned, this is an exception to the rule. Just like I and you. Okay. Next, the student finishes the task on time. The student finishes the task on time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is finish. We have a plural subject, hence we have a plural verb. The word is finish. Now let's try another one. My mother or my father is or are arriving today. I'd like you to take a look at the subject, which is mother combined with father with the conjunction of or. What should be the verb that you should use? is or are. 1, 2, and 3. All right, your answer must be is. How come? Two singular subjects connected by or, either, or neither nor require a singular verb. Okay, so I hope you remember that. Or of course, you can recall that, which you have learned in your previous years of studying. Let's continue. Neither my sister nor my brother is or are available. Neither my sister nor my brother is or are available. Your turn to answer. 1, 2, and 3. The answer is. Again, just like what we have mentioned, two singular subjects connected by neither nor requires a singular verb. So this time, the subjects are connected by neither and of course nor. Next, either Jamie or Johanna has or have the answer. Either Jamie or Johanna has or have the answer. Your turn to answer. 1, 2, and 3. Your answer must be very good. Has. This time, two singular subjects connected by either and or. So we have a singular verb. Next, I'd like you to take a look how the subjects are connected. Neither my cousins or my sister is or are willing to join. Neither my cousins or my sister is or are willing to join. You have 3 counts to answer. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the answer is. How come? The verb in an or, either or neither nor sentence agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it. So this time, the closest subject with the verb is sister, which is a singular subject. Hence, you take is. So again, if you have 2 subjects connected by neither and nor, you will take or the verb agrees with the closer subject. Okay, let's try another one. We have neither my brother or my friends is or are willing to join. I hope you can see the difference with the one that we have a while back. Neither my brother or my friends is or are willing to join. Okay, it's your turn to answer. 1, 2, and 3. Your answer must be are. So this time, the closer subject to the verb is friends. Okay, so this one, friends, is the closer or is the word that is closer to the verb. So we have are. Let's proceed. Now, let's try this one. The bunch of keys is or are lost. The bunch of keys is or are lost. Let's try. 1, 2, and 3. Your answer must be is. How come? A subject will come before a phrase beginning with of. This is a key rule for understanding subjects. The word of is the culprit in many, perhaps most subject-verb mistakes. They seem to think that the subject or the head word from the word or from the phrase of seems to be the subject, but actually it's not. So it becomes the deceiving subject. So you should have the word before or the noun before the of phrase, and that is bunch. Okay, so you take a singular verb. So do not be deceived by that. Okay. Next, the group leader as well as the other members likes to volunteer. The group leader as well as the other members likes to volunteer. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Your answer must be likes. How come? When a phrase comes between the subject and the verb, remember that the verb still agrees with the subject, not the noun or pronoun in the phrase following the subject of the sentence. So, your name or your subject is leader and not the word members. Okay, so it's not that one. So do not be deceived by the phrase or by the word or by the head word in the phrase as well as the other members. Okay, let's continue. The student together with his parents joins the ceremony. The student together with his parents joins the ceremony. You're given 3 counts, 1, 2, and 3. Answer? Alright, joins. So again, do not be deceived by the head word of the phrase together with, which is parents. That's not the main subject, or that's not the subject. Rather, the subject is students or student. Okay, hence you take joins as the verb. Okay. Again, this is a reminder that when a phrase comes between the subject and the verb, remember that the verb still agrees with the subject, not the noun or pronoun in the phrase following the subject of the sentence. What about this one? Each of the participants is or are willing to volunteer. Each of the participants is or are willing to volunteer. 1, 2, 3. Answer is. Is the answer. Okay, the words and phrases each, one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anyone, anybody, nobody, somebody, someone, and no one, all of those are singular and require a singular verb. So whenever you see subjects like that, each, one, and so on and so forth, you'll take a singular verb. Next, no one were available. I believe you can answer this. 1, 2, and 3. Answer is was. So I hope you got it. What about this one? Everybody do or does the task correctly. Everybody do or does the task correctly. 1, 2, and 3. Answer does. Again, this is the same rule that we have a while back. Someone want or wants to take the lead. Someone want or wants to take the lead. I believe you know the answer. 1, 2, 3. Answer wants. Okay, I hope you got it. Okay, now let's try this. There is or are many factors affecting the student's retention. There is or are many factors affecting the student's retention. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. The answer are. How come? In sentences beginning with there is or there are, the subject follows the verb. Since there is not the subject, the verb agrees with what follows the verb. Now this time, the verb or the subject that follows the verb is the word factors. Hence, this is the basis of your verb, not the word there. Are ways to collect data, and so we have another follow-up verb. Now in answering this, please remember that you should observe consistency. If your verb is in the present tense of the verb, the remaining verb should also be in the present tense of the verb. We call this parallelism or consistency in the tense of the verb. So the other verb, its basis still is the subject or the word interviews. Hence, you have the answer, allow. Okay. So you have the sentence, interviews are ways to collect data and allow researchers to increase an in-depth understanding of participants. Just like what I have mentioned about a while back, when there is one subject and more than one verb, the verbs throughout the sentence must agree with the subject. Next, the researcher develops a problem, then conducts the study. Okay, I think this is easy. Let's see. Alright, answer, develops. Researcher is a singular subject, hence you have develops, then a problem, or develops a problem, then still your subject is researcher, so you have conducts the study. Again, when there is one subject and more than one verb, the verb agrees throughout the sentence, must agree with the subject. And please remember consistency of the tense of the verb. Present tense develops, you cannot shift into past tense of the verb like conducted or will conduct. You have to observe consistency of the tense of the verb. So, I guess you got them all correctly, and I hope they do help this review exercise. We shall be still having some more, and I hope we can look forward for that. So I leave these words for you. Once the grammar has been learned, writing is simply talking on paper, and in time, learning what not to say. So things will be easier. Okay, so once again, this is Explorer Site reminding everyone to always choose to be happy. Thank you and God bless.